There is a certain kind of magic in the world of business, a quiet revolution that happens not with a bang, but with the gentle closing of a perfectly insulated door. For over a century, the name Rolls-Royce existed as a symbol of something almost untouchable, a phantom of luxury gliding past the everyday world. It was a brand built on a legacy of perfection for a very small, very wealthy clientele. Yet, beneath the gleaming grille and the spirit of ecstasy, a modern challenge was brewing. The world was changing, and the very definition of luxury was shifting beneath its wheels. The arrival of the Rolls-Royce Cullinan was not just the launch of another car, it was a masterful, calculated response to a changing reality. A single vehicle that would fundamentally rescue and then dramatically transform the financial health of the entire company, ensuring its survival for a new generation. For decades, Rolls-Royce operated on a simple, exclusive premise. Their motorcars were vast, elegant sedans and stately limousines, designed for being chauffeured through city streets or on grand tours. They were, for all their engineering brilliance, vehicles of a specific purpose. But by the early 21st century, a new wind was blowing. The center of global wealth was expanding, and a new type of customer was emerging. Younger, often self-made, and living a life that was not confined to paved roads or city centers. These individuals lived in places where the climate was harsh, the roads were imperfect, and the lifestyle demanded versatility. They skied in Aspen, they hiked in Switzerland, they owned sprawling rural estates. A low-slung Phantom, for all its grandeur, was utterly useless to them. This was the problem Rolls-Royce faced. Their product, while perfect, was becoming irrelevant to the very people who could now afford it. They were in danger of becoming a beautiful, revered museum piece. The solution was as bold as it was, to some purists, blasphemous. Rolls-Royce would build an SUV. The idea was met with horror in some circles. How could a brand synonymous with effortless grace on tarmac dare to create a vehicle for dirt and snow? But this was not a reactionary move. It was a stroke of strategic genius. The Cullinan, named after the largest gem-quality diamond ever found, was not designed to be a crude, off-road brute. It was engineered to be, in the company's own words, an everywhere, anywhere motor car. It had to be unmistakably a Rolls-Royce from every angle, offering the same magic carpet ride, the same serene silence, and the same peerless interior craftsmanship, but with the commanding view of the road and the all-terrain capability that this new market demanded. They weren't abandoning their identity, they were redefining it for a new era, taking their core product, uncompromised luxury and comfort, and making it applicable to a whole new set of circumstances. The financial impact was nothing short of revolutionary. From the moment it was unveiled, the Cullinan became a phenomenon. It didn't just sell, it became the best-selling model in the entire history of Rolls-Royce. A title it holds to this day. It single-handedly doubled the company's annual sales, a staggering feat for a brand of its stature. This wasn't just about selling more cars, it was about attracting entirely new customers. The typical Cullinan buyer was, on average, younger than the Phantom owner. More importantly, a vast majority of them were completely new to the brand. They were not existing Rolls-Royce clients upgrading, they were conquests from other high-end SUV brands who had never before considered a Rolls-Royce because it didn't fit their life. The Cullinan didn't cannibalize sales from the Phantom or the Ghost. It created a brand new, wildly profitable revenue stream that the company had never before tapped into. It was like discovering a new vein of gold in a mine everyone thought was fully mapped. The transformation went far beyond the balance sheet. The Cullinan's success gave Rolls-Royce something perhaps even more valuable than money: confidence and a clear direction for the future. It proved that the brand's magic was not tied to a specific body style, a sedan or a coupe, but to an immutable promise of quality and experience. The Cullinan became the new foundation upon which the entire company could build. The immense profits it generated funded a new era of innovation, including the massive research and development costs for their historic shift to fully electric vehicles, culminating in the Spectre. The Cullinan effectively bankrolled the company's electric future. Furthermore, it reshaped the public perception of Rolls-Royce. No longer was it seen as a stuffy brand for aristocrats and retirees. It was now a dynamic, relevant symbol of modern, active luxury. It made the brand cool again.